If you're over 60 and you eat salad every day because you believe it's protecting your heart, I need you to listen carefully. You might be aging your arteries faster than someone eating fast food. I know that sounds wrong, maybe even unfair. Because you're trying. You choose the grilled option. You skip the fries, you order the salad. For 30 years as a surgeon, I've sat across from good people, retirees, grandparents, veterans, who told me proudly, "Doctor, I eat salad every single day." And then I looked at their lab results. Inflammation markers elevated, blood sugar unstable, arterial scans showing early hardening. They were doing what they believed was right, and their bodies were still struggling. After 60, your metabolism shifts, your arteries become more sensitive, your recovery slows down. Small daily choices matter more than ever. In the next few minutes, I'll show you which common salads may be working against you and which ones truly support your heart and brain. Before we continue, I'm curious, how many times a week do you eat salad? 4. Potato salad. The traditional potato salad that shows up at every barbecue and family gathering is secretly one of the most metabolically damaging foods you can eat. Research from Stanford University School of Medicine shows it can create a perfect storm of blood sugar spikes, inflammation, and digestive disruption that can last for days after just one serving. When you eat potato salad, the combination of chilled potatoes and mayonnaise can form resistant starches that sound healthy but can end up feeding the wrong types of gut bacteria. Specifically bacteria that produce endotoxins that can pass through the intestinal lining and trigger body-wide inflammation across multiple organs. The mayonnaise used in potato salad is almost always made with soybean oil or canola oil. These are omega-6 fats that can throw off your omega-3 to omega-6 balance so dramatically that it can take weeks to recover. During that time, cells throughout the body can experience higher oxidative stress that damages DNA and accelerates aging at the molecular level. The potatoes themselves, even though they are vegetables, can have a glycemic index higher than white bread. That means they can turn into sugar in your bloodstream faster than candy, causing insulin spikes that promote fat storage, especially around internal organs. That is where it is most dangerous and can contribute to fatty liver disease, which reduces your body's ability to detoxify. What makes potato salad especially dangerous is that it is often left at room temperature during gatherings. That creates ideal conditions for bacteria to multiply rapidly. And even if you do not feel obviously sick, those bacteria can disrupt your microbiome for weeks afterward, affecting everything from mood to immune function. Typical potato salad can also contain added sugar in the dressing, excessive salt that causes water retention and raises blood pressure, and bacon bits or other processed meats. The World Health Organization has classified processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen in the same category as cigarettes and asbestos. Studies tracking people who regularly eat potato salad found they have 40% higher levels of inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. They were also 3 times more likely to develop insulin resistance within 5 years, setting the stage for type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. This combination of refined carbohydrates, inflammatory oils, and bacterial overgrowth can create a metabolic disaster that affects energy levels and mental clarity. Brain fog and afternoon crashes have been directly linked to this toxic mix that disrupts mitochondrial function. Your liver can become so overloaded, processing these inflammatory signals and toxins, that it struggles to perform other essential jobs, including producing bile for fat digestion, supporting hormone production, and filtering your blood properly. Next up is a salad that might surprise you because most people assume it is healthy. Before we continue, if you are getting value from this video, tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss more powerful health tips like these. 3. Caesar salad. Here is where it gets shocking. Caesar salad, the top healthy choice at restaurants around the world, is actually a nutritional disaster. Researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles found it can cause more metabolic damage than a burger and fries, packing over 200 calories and inflammatory compounds that can age your cells faster than smoking cigarettes. The romaine lettuce base provides almost no nutrients compared with other greens. Meanwhile, the dressing often contains inflammatory seed oils that increase free radical damage, excessive sodium from parmesan and anchovies that strains the kidneys and cardiovascular system, and hidden sugars that spike insulin and promote fat storage around the midsection, where fat tissue releases inflammatory cytokines around the clock. Then come the croutons, typically made from refined white bread that has been deep fried or baked in even more inflammatory oils. They can convert to sugar in the bloodstream extremely fast, driving blood glucose spikes high enough to damage delicate blood vessels in the eyes, kidneys, and brain. Restaurant Caesar salads also often include factory-farmed chicken that has been pumped with sodium solutions and exposed to antibiotics, then cooked in more inflammatory oils on high-heat grills that can form heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, both linked to cancer risk. The Parmesan is frequently not authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, but a processed cheese product loaded with additives and preservatives that may disrupt hormone balance and contribute to estrogen dominance, which is associated with weight gain, mood swings, and higher cancer risk. The anchovies are often preserved in oils that can go rancid, creating lipid peroxides that damage cell membranes and accelerate aging throughout the body. The heavy salt load can also cause water retention and increased blood pressure. Studies report that people who eat Caesar salad more than twice a week show higher markers of chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, with signs of accelerated cellular aging, including shortened telomeres and changes in deoxyribonucleic acid methylation. And the preservatives in many store-bought Caesar dressings, especially sodium benzoate and potassium sorbate, can disrupt the gut microbiome so severely that it may take weeks to rebuild the beneficial bacteria affected by even one serving. But wait, the next one is actually good for you, and it will completely blow your mind. 2. Greek salad. This is the part that feels almost unfair. Greek salad has a reputation as the symbol of Mediterranean health, so you order it expecting a clean win. But in many restaurant versions, it turns into a sodium-loaded trap that quietly punishes your body long after the plate is gone. The average serving can push well past 2,000 milligrams of sodium, and that is where the real damage starts. Sodium at that level does not just make you thirsty, it forces your body to hold water like a sponge, drives up blood pressure, and makes your kidneys work overtime just to keep your blood chemistry stable. You feel it as bloating and a heavy, sluggish, why do I feel swollen sensation the next day? But the deeper cost is the stress placed on your cardiovascular system every time that overload repeats. And the feta, the part that seems traditional, is often not the real deal. Many restaurants use feta made from pasteurized cow milk instead of the classic sheep or goat base, in mass production that can come with higher sodium, lower quality fat balance, and residue concerns from industrial farming practices. The problem is not just calories, it is the hormonal and inflammatory load that can push the body toward estrogen imbalance, which is linked with easier fat gain, mood swings, and higher risk patterns for hormone-sensitive cancers. Then come the olives. They look like the healthy fat hero, but most are preserved in heavy brine. That brine is basically a salt delivery system. You can feel it quickly because sodium spikes blood pressure fast in salt-sensitive people, and even if you are not sensitive, the kidneys still have to clear it. Combine brined olives with salty feta, and then sprinkle more salt on top, and you have a perfect storm fluid retention for days, elevated blood pressure, and cumulative kidney stress that builds slowly and silently over time. It gets worse when the salad is built with shortcuts. Conventional tomatoes may carry pesticide residue that can accumulate and interfere with hormone signaling. Cucumbers are sometimes waxed to improve shelf life, which adds an extra processing burden for the liver. And the olive oil is often not extra virgin, even when menus suggest it is. Many restaurants use refined olive oil or blended oils, which strips away protective polyphenols and can shift the fat profile toward a more inflammatory balance. Now for the surprise culprit that people do not blame raw red onion. For many, it is a gut grenade. It can trigger gas bloating cramps and irritation because it is high in fermentable carbohydrates that feed the wrong gut microbes in sensitive people. That gut irritation does not stay in the stomach. When digestion is inflamed, the entire body feels it from energy and mood to cravings later that night. The most dangerous part is psychological. People eat bigger portions because they believe it is harmless. So instead of a light side salad, they accidentally consume a large bowl that can climb toward 1,000 calories once you add heavy feta generous oil and extra toppings. That means more sodium, more inflammatory fats, more oxidative stress, and more cellular wear disguised as I am being healthy. And if this Mediterranean trap feels bad, it is still nothing compared to the #1 worst salad. 1. Pasta salad. Pasta salad is basically a blood sugar disaster in a bowl. It stacks refined carbohydrates, inflammatory oils, and hidden sugars in one serving, driving a biochemical chain reaction that speeds up aging from the inside out. This is the kind of meal that does not just add calories, it rewires your metabolism. The refined wheat pasta hits your bloodstream faster than most people realize. It breaks down into glucose so quickly that your blood sugar can spike hard, forcing your pancreas to release a surge of insulin. Do that often enough, and the body starts defending itself by becoming less responsive to insulin. That is the doorway to insulin resistance, stubborn belly fat, and eventually type 2 diabetes. Now add the dressing. Many pasta salads use bottled Italian dressing that is sweetened, heavily processed and built on cheap seed oils. When that dressing is loaded with added sugars, especially high fructose sweeteners, it puts your liver under direct attack. Fructose is handled differently than glucose. It is pushed through the liver where it can drive fat creation and visceral fat storage, the dangerous kind that wraps around organs and constantly releases inflammatory signals. Then come the extras that make it look harmless. Cheese cubes and processed add-ins often contain emulsifiers and stabilizers designed to keep texture perfect on a shelf. The problem is what they do in the body. Those additives can disturb the gut barrier and shift the microbiome in a way that promotes inflammation. Once the gut lining becomes irritated and more permeable, the immune system becomes reactive and inflammation stops being a moment. It becomes a baseline. And the vegetables people point to as proof it is healthy are usually the saddest part. They sit in acidic, salty dressing for hours or days. Texture softens vitamins, degrade antioxidants break down, and what is left is mostly fiber and color, not protection. This is why pasta salad tends to show up in the same pattern of blood work problems: higher triglycerides, lower HDL cholesterol, expanding waistlines, rising fasting glucose. Those are the warning lights of metabolic syndrome, the same cluster that predicts heart disease, stroke, and early decline. But here is the most personal consequence, the one people feel before any lab result shows it: the crash, the brain fog, the heavy fatigue that hits after lunch. The reason is not willpower, it is cellular stress. High glycemic carbs plus inflammatory oils increase oxidative damage and disrupt mitochondrial function, the part of your cells that produces usable energy. When mitochondria struggle, you do not just feel tired. You age faster inside and out with faster loss of muscle, lower resilience, and visible skin changes over time. And that is why pasta salad earns the #1 spot. It disguises metabolic damage as comfort food. Now let us flip the story. Because there are salads that do not steal your health, they rebuild it. Nutrient-dense combinations that calm inflammation, support stable blood sugar, protect the arteries, and help your body feel stronger, clearer, and more alive after 60. 4. Tabouli salad. Traditional tabouli, made with bulgur wheat and generous amounts of fresh parsley, is a detoxification powerhouse that many Lebanese centenarians credit for extraordinary longevity. Studies suggest it can support liver recovery, help the body reduce heavy metal burden, and strengthen natural defenses linked to lower cancer risk. The parsley is not a garnish. It is the main ingredient. It provides more vitamin C than oranges, which supports collagen production for healthier-looking skin, more iron than spinach, which helps prevent anemia and supports steady energy, and chlorophyll that can bind to certain carcinogens and heavy metals in the digestive tract and help carry them out before they can damage your deoxyribonucleic acid or accumulate in tissues. The bulgur wheat provides resistant starch that feeds beneficial gut bacteria such as bifidobacteria and lactobacilli. This supports the production of short-chain fatty acids, including butyrate, which helps maintain the intestinal lining, reduces inflammation throughout the body, and is associated with a lower risk of colon cancer in observational research. To prepare this life-extending salad properly, use 3 cups of very finely chopped flat leaf parsley to 1 cup of cooked and cooled bulgur. Add 1 full cup of fresh mint for digestive support that can improve nutrient absorption. Add diced ripe tomatoes for lycopene, which supports cellular protection, then dress it with only fresh lemon juice and high-quality extra virgin olive oil to preserve delicate nutrients and create a strong absorption environment. The key most people miss is chopping the parsley extremely fine, almost to a paste, to break open more cell walls and release more chlorophyll and phytonutrients. Then let the salad rest for at least 30 minutes to allow enzymatic activity that can significantly increase nutrient availability. This salad supports the liver and kidneys while providing minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium that many people fall short on, contributing to issues like muscle cramps and irregular heart rhythm. Many people notice better energy within days and healthier-looking skin, but the next salad is even more powerful for your health. 3. Coleslaw. Here is the truth people miss. Properly made coleslaw built on fermented cabbage and apple cider vinegar instead of mayonnaise can be a genuine gut-healing, immune-supporting superfood. Researchers in Germany have reported that fermented cabbage foods are strongly linked with better colon health, improved gut barrier function, and immune benefits that can outperform many overpriced probiotic supplements. The secret is using raw cabbage and raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar, creating a powerful prebiotic and probiotic pairing that helps beneficial bacteria take root. Cabbage also contains sulfur-based compounds called glucosinolates that support liver detox pathways and increase glutathione production, the body's master antioxidant that helps protect cells from oxidative damage and premature aging. When you shred cabbage and let it sit with high-quality sea salt for 20 minutes before adding the dressing, it releases enzymes and begins a natural transformation that increases protective compounds, including indoles and isothiocyanates. These compounds are associated with stronger cellular defenses and have been studied for their role in reducing cancer risk while supporting healthy cells. Cabbage is also rich in vitamin C, and it stays stable compared with many other vegetables. When combined with the acetic acid in apple cider vinegar, it creates an environment that supports beneficial microbes while making it harder for harmful bacteria and yeasts to thrive. Add shredded organic carrots for beta-carotene, which the body can convert into vitamin A for immune strength and eye health. Add fresh ginger, which contains gingerol, a compound that can reduce inflammation and support digestion. Then finish with fresh herbs like dill or parsley for extra phytonutrients and additional digestive support. The fiber in properly prepared coleslaw acts like a gentle scrub for the intestines. It helps move waste out, supports a healthier microbiome, and feeds bacteria that help produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. That is one reason fermented foods are consistently associated with better mood, lower anxiety, and more stable energy. Studies suggest that people who eat fermented cabbage regularly show significantly lower rates of colorectal cancer, risk patterns, better digestive health, and stronger immune function with fewer seasonal infections. The changes in digestion and mood can show up surprisingly fast, but wait until you hear about the next one. 2. Kale Caesar salad. This is the twist nobody expects. Caesar salad can go from metabolic sabotage to a genuinely therapeutic meal when you rebuild it with massaged kale, a tahini-based dressing and nutritional yeast. In this version, the goal is not low calorie. The goal is cellular repair. Massaging kale with lemon juice and sea salt for a full 2 minutes does more than soften texture. It breaks down tough fibers so your gut can handle it, improves mineral access, and reduces compounds that can interfere with thyroid function in sensitive people when kale is eaten raw in large amounts. That matters because kale is loaded with calcium, vitamin K, and magnesium, the exact trio your bones and blood vessels fight over. When those minerals are supported in the right balance, you are not just building bone, you are also reducing the risk of calcium depositing where you do not want it, like arterial walls. Now the dressing. Tahini is not just a creamy replacement. It is a sesame seed concentrate packed with minerals and lignans that support healthier estrogen metabolism. That is why people often describe this version as hormone calming, not because it is magic, but because it removes inflammatory triggers and adds nutrients involved in hormone processing and detoxification. Nutritional yeast is the other upgrade. It delivers a broad set of B vitamins, and many fortified versions include vitamin B12. B vitamins are the ignition system for energy production, especially in mitochondrial pathways. That means this salad does not just fill you up, it helps you convert food into usable energy more efficiently without relying on dairy eggs or anchovies. Then add ripe avocado. This is where absorption goes from good to surgical. The monounsaturated fats in avocado dramatically increase absorption of fat-soluble nutrients, which is crucial when you are eating greens rich in carotenoids and vitamin K. Avocado also delivers potassium, which helps counterbalance sodium and supports healthier blood pressure. And because it is anti-inflammatory, it tends to calm hunger swings and reduce cravings later in the day. Put it all together and you get a rare combination: high mineral density, high fiber, healthy fats, and steady protein support. This version provides meaningful calcium, iron, magnesium, and vitamin K in forms your body can actually use while avoiding the seed oil, excess sodium, and processed additives that make restaurant Caesar salads such a problem. And that is why people report the change so fast. Within days, digestion feels lighter, energy becomes steadier, sleep improves because blood sugar is not swinging, mood stabilizes because the gut microbiome is being fed instead of inflamed. It is not feeling 15 years younger as a miracle. It is your body finally getting the raw materials it has been missing, but nothing compares to the #1 salad. 1. Spinach avocado salad. Spinach avocado salad is one of the most powerful first meals you can eat because it stacks the exact nutrients your body uses to stabilize blood sugar, calm inflammation, and protect the heart and brain. The spinach and avocado combination is loaded with folate, potassium, magnesium, vitamin K, vitamin E, and fiber, a lineup that supports circulation, cognition, and cellular repair signals. The spinach provides folate and nitrates that support healthy blood flow, which helps the brain and muscles get oxygen more efficiently. Avocado adds monounsaturated fats that reduce inflammatory signaling and dramatically improve absorption of fat-soluble nutrients from the greens. Together, they create a nutrient-dense meal that supports memory, focus, and long-term brain resilience by reducing oxidative stress and supporting healthier vascular function, two major drivers of cognitive decline. The folate in spinach works alongside avocado's potassium to support healthier homocysteine balance, which is important because elevated homocysteine is associated with higher cardiovascular and cognitive risk. And the vitamin K from spinach, paired with vitamin E and healthy fats from avocado, supports artery protection by helping regulate where calcium is used, supporting bone health while reducing calcification risk in blood vessels. To build this salad the right way, use 3 cups of fresh organic baby spinach as your base. Add 1 whole ripe avocado for healthy fats and satiety. Add wild blueberries for anthocyanins that support cellular protection and are linked to healthier brain aging. Add raw pumpkin seeds for zinc and magnesium to support immune function recovery and steady energy. Dress it with fresh lemon juice and cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Lemon juice supports iron absorption from the spinach, and olive oil improves absorption of protective plant compounds, while keeping the meal anti-inflammatory and heart supportive. Eating this as your first meal can help your metabolism shift into a cleaner, steadier mode for the rest of the day. It supports better appetite control, fewer cravings, and more stable energy, because it is high in fiber and healthy fats without the blood sugar spikes that come from refined carbohydrates. The magnesium and potassium also support electrolyte balance, which many people notice as fewer cramps, better sleep quality, and calmer blood pressure patterns. The real difference between healing salads and toxic ones is not a gimmick. It is what they do to your daily inflammation, your blood sugar stability, and your gut function. Those three levers decide whether you feel clear or foggy, energized, or drained, resilient, or inflamed. Your body wants to heal when you give it the right building blocks. And these four must-eat salads provide the nutrients your cells need to repair and protect themselves, while avoiding the four that quietly damage your health day by day. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. And don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Senior Meal Coach for more science-backed tips to stay strong and independent after 60. Remember, this aging doesn't have to mean getting weaker. With the right daily habits, you can wake up every morning feeling stronger. The choice is yours. Have a blessed day, and as always, breathe easy, my friend.